and other small thing. And tomorrow I'll do copy control and determination and also interview question. That completes majority of the things. Then S4 HANA questions plus what other things is important, I'll tell you. Okay, see now, so how many people are there? All people are there, or what to do? Shall I wait? How many people are there? So 11 is there. Shall I start or shall I wait?
Start, sir.
Okay. See now, we are going to the next level of pricing. What is the next level of pricing? See, pricing you have finished. What is the pricing? Pricing will be implemented by condition technique. So what is condition technique? Condition technique is a pricing implementation tool. So that is condition table, access sequence, condition type, maintain pricing pressure determination. Then only end user is going to maintain the pricing elements in the sales order. So this is the condition technique of pricing. See, next level of pricing is, these are all the next level of pricing. That is, see, you know, condition table, that is over, condition types over, condition records over. Suppose they ask, name some condition type, means you have to tell header condition type, item condition type, like that you have to tell. Don't tell PR00 and all. That I'm going to tell today. Okay. Then condition record, you know. So you don't know what is condition, what is group condition, what is rebate condition type, condition scales, header condition, item condition, condition supplement, lower limit and upper limit condition type, and condition exclusion. Lower limit, upper limit condition type is also not much important, but it is there in your syllabus pricing. Condition supplement is also not much important, but it is there in your pricing syllabus. That is why I'm telling. Okay. So we'll go with the condition and group condition. Okay. Please write down this. You uh, write down heading. Just write conditions, group conditions, condition scales, header condition, item condition, condition exclusion. These are all important. These are all okay. And anybody want to record, you record properly. Otherwise, the notes is not there for this. These are all, you should not expect notes. Only you have to listen and you have to tell to them. Okay. They will ask what is condition, what is group condition. So no need to write down the notes. Just listen what I'm telling. Same thing you tell. Okay. Otherwise, you can modify yourself also. No issues. Okay. So write down conditions, pricing, important topics. Pricing important topics. First, you write condition technique of pricing. That's all. Then condition, group condition, condition scales, header condition, item condition, then condition exclusion. This you write down. Write down all these things. Condition, group condition, condition scales, header condition, item condition, condition exclusion. These are all very important. Today, if I finish this, Remaining things will be very easy. I think by Friday your class will be over. Okay, Friday I'll mostly 100% I'll finish it off. In the interview, in the real time, knowledge is very important. That is why you write condition, group condition, condition scales, header condition, item condition, then condition exclusion.
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Done, no? Okay. See, these are all you should aware. Aware means pricing means first is condition technique. In condition technique, condition table, access sequence, condition types, maintain pricing procedure, pricing procedure determination. Then end user is going to maintain condition record or weak manual entries. Then condition next. Conditions means what? Group condition means what? Rebate condition, right? Please rebate conditions also. Okay, please rebate conditions type. Rebate condition or rebate condition type. Then condition scales, header condition, item condition, condition exclusion. So these are all I'm going to show now. Now you see, the first they will ask, what is condition? 1 second. Okay. First they'll ask, what is condition? This is a next level of pricing. After condition technique of pricing implementation, this next you should know. So what is condition? See, condition means see, this is our pricing procedure. Imagine this is my pricing procedure. So in pricing procedure, this is called one condition. 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 This is all one condition. No condition. So that means conditions present in the pricing procedure, that is one row which contains 16 columns. If they ask what is condition means, whether they will ask or not, this is a knowledge. What is condition means? Pricing condition means pricing conditions present in the pricing procedure, that is one row which contains 16 columns. That's all. Any doubt? Any doubt? Conditions present in the pricing procedure, that is one row which column 16, which contains 16 columns. That's all. No other things. Next, what is group condition? So next question, next topic is, what is group condition? This is widely asked in the exam as well as exam 1 mark question. In the interview also they'll ask, what is group condition? So group condition means a number of conditions will be grouped in one pricing procedure which contains 16 columns is called group condition. See here, subtotal, grand total is not much important. It is only for the reporting purpose. It is not at all important, but it is there in the pricing procedure, no problem. But actually conditions means AAPR, AADS, AATX, AAPR, that is except grand total and subtotal, remaining all conditions, actual meaning. But it is there, grand total, subtotal is there, that is also one condition. But when they say condition means, you have to say conditions present in the pricing procedure which contains 16 column, that is one row. Conditions, group condition means number of conditions, that is AAPR, AADB, AATX, AAFR, this. The number of conditions will be grouped in one pricing procedure is called group condition. So here AAPR, AADS, AATX, AAFR, along with that 16 columns you are going to maintain the pricing procedure means It is grouped. That is why it is called group condition. Fine. But how it is grouped? Simply if we maintain it will not going to sit. Background, in this condition type, group condition should be triggered. Then only it will come as a group condition. See here, if you go to /n/v/06, imagine you are taken price. Okay, AAPR, that is copied from PR00. So here in the AAPR condition type, group condition should be triggered. If it is triggered, then only you can maintain in this pricing procedure. Otherwise, it is not going to accept. The moment you give and enter, group condition is not maintained, error message will come in the real time. But in the training software, anything can happen because we have to teach. That is why they made like this. So here group condition is triggered, then only you can maintain in the pricing procedure, then only it is become a group condition. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, see here also AADS group condition should be triggered, AATA group condition should be triggered, AAFR group condition is triggered. Then only you can able to group this in the pricing procedure with the 16 columns. Any condition type group condition is not triggered here, then you can't group in the pricing procedure, then it cannot become a group condition. That is why it is very, very important. So once all the condition type group condition is triggered, activated, then only it will go into sit in the pricing procedure, then only become a group condition. Then only this, what you maintain, same thing will be coming the sales order pricing values. The moment sales end user enter the pricing element, PR00, K07, discount, freight, tax, when you enter manually in the sales order, all the values coming successfully in the sales order means here group condition is triggered and is grouped in the pricing procedure. See, I'll create one sales order now. For that, we'll see what is that. OVKK. See, now I'll create one sales order. /n VA01 is exam question plus interview question plus in the real time. So here customer number, PO number, here material, quantity, say 1, and you enter here. So here when you double click on the material number, when you go to the condition, here if you maintain GG, PDF, anything you can give first. It is not that you have to give price only first. Anything you can give first. Manually when you're going to maintain, anything can be maintained. No doubt in it. So freight is 2 rupees, 3 rupees per kg, and discount it is 2%, and the tax, as for the government of India, the tax is 18% GST, so that you give 18 here. See here, end user in condition record, or here you will enter the condition type. If all this condition type is maintained, group condition is activated, then only it is grouped in the pricing procedure. So then only you can see the pricing value. See here, the moment you give this, how the pricing values come. This is coming from your pricing procedure. What is there in the pricing procedure? Price, discount, subtotal, freight, tax, same replica is coming in the sales order. Means all this condition type, what is grouped in the pricing procedure, group condition should be triggered. Then only it is called group condition. Any doubt? Any doubt? See, this group condition will flow into this material. See, when you double click on this material number, for this material, for this quantity, here price, say 100 rupees into one quantity, 100, 2% on 100, 2. Like this, it will come. Even if you give the next material, 10283, I'll give you 283. Here I'll give 2 quantity. Now, when you double click on this material number and go to the conditions here, say I'll go to this material, I'll go. So here again, second item, this is second item, 289, second item. So here also you have to give PDS, PD7P, here PDF and PDT. So again, for this also, if you give 100 or 1000, because price will be different. Here 4% discount. So here discount is this, sorry. Discount is here 4%. Here it is this, say 500. Second material is 500. Freight is 3 rupees per kg and tax is 18%. The moment you enter here, see it has taken for this material. Second material it is 1089. Same, all group condition is triggered, the pricing values will come. In the same way, another material. So all the material one by one, when you enter here, the pricing value you maintain. If it is group condition is triggered, all the values you can appear like anything. See here how the pricing value has come here. All this condition type is group condition is maintained and it is grouped. Next, second material, how these values will come, because all this condition type is group condition is triggered. Next, here this is about the pricing. This is about the SD group condition. In the same way, if the customer order 1 or 2 or 3 for any material, all the metal has to come and sit in the sales order, means this metal master record should be, metal grouping should be done. That is done by people. It is not our job. See here in MM0, if you go to /MM02, imagine the material is, what I have taken is 10282. This is a material. When you enter here, so 10282, when you enter here, if you see the basic data 1, here people has to do metal grouping. If people has to do this metal grouping, then only it will come and sit in the sales order line item data. The moment you give sold to party number, PO number, material number, and order quantity, if that material what you are going to enter in the sales order, if it is a people has to do the metal grouping, then only will come and sit there. So people has to do metal grouping here. SD people has to do the pricing condition type group condition. Then only everything both are combined. Then only you can see this material is metal grouping is done. This pricing procedure condition type group condition is done. So group condition and metal grouping, everything is done, means then only in the sales order one by one material you can see the price values correctly. So this is called group condition. So I'll explain group condition once again when in a simple way. Group condition means a number of conditions is grouped in one pricing procedure is called group condition. But important thing is, what are the condition type you maintained in the pricing procedure? That condition type should be group condition should be triggered. Next, in the metal master record, people has to do the metal grouping. Then only the group condition values will flow into the sales order material one by one with the order quantity. That's all about group condition. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Condition and group condition. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see the exam question, how they'll ask. In the exam, how they will ask. See, for your exam SD question, if I give 80 question, 80, exactly 80 I'll give, same questions will come. But I didn't take SD for you people, no. So all of a sudden I'm coming like a hero. Hey, take this 80 question, read this question, you'll get passed, means that doesn't look nice. You undergone with the training with SD, some other trainer. He has to give, I should not give. So that is why I didn't give. Otherwise, I would have given 80 questions. 80 questions, if you give 80 questions, if you read 100%, how much you want, that much you will get. Because I should not give, because I have not taken, no. It doesn't look nice. Yes, for Anna, I'll give, no problem, because you learned the things. See, group condition, how they will ask one question. Master data you have to do, yeah. Master data you have to practice. Creation of custom master, metal master, because most of the issues coming from the real-time master data also. sales order, delivery, billing, master status. These are all you have to create your own. Own means it is not difficult. It is easy. That is only easy. Is what you are given TSM62 only difficult. They have customized one or something. If you go to the real time, that is the one that won't be there. See, this is a question. Group condition. Same question will come even in S4HANA also. Your company want to set up a freight surcharge, freight condition type KF00. Your company want to set up a freight condition type. Yes, scale based total weight, you leave it. Your company want to set up a freight surcharge means freight condition type KF00 of all item in the sales order. How do you set up this requirement? One condition type KF00 should be maintained for all item in the sales order means first that KF00 condition type group condition should be triggered, and that material, all items, item is material, all metal items should be in the sales order has to come means metal grouping is done by people, then only it is called group condition. So this question, if any question comes, I'll tell to my student, anything, all item in the sales order, here group condition is there, you click group condition and you go to the next question I used to tell. But here, your company want to set up, that means your company want to use freight surcharge KF00 for all item in the sales order. So what is the requirement? Group condition. How? This condition type, group condition should be triggered, and this item in the sales order, what are the material you are going to give in the sales order, that material grouping should be done, then only it is called group condition. That's all. Okay. So this question they will ask and you should know. Okay. Next. So condition is over, group condition is over. Next, condition scales. I think I shown you condition scales. Once again, I'll show you afterwards. So okay, we'll go to the header condition, item condition. See, what is header condition? See, in the sales order, when you click header data, here there is a condition is there here. So this is called header condition. Header condition. Condition, header. Header condition. Header condition. When you double click here, conditions here, this is called header data condition. Here you can see only the total pricing values. See, I'll show you. I'll give here. Yeah, this is okay. See here, when you go to the condition, here, see, it is header data condition tab. Here only related to the customer only. Customer is only it is there. Here price PD7P. That is a condition type. So it is a quantity is 3. 3 quantity. See here. 3 quantity is there. 3 quantity means it is 100 into 3, 300. So that is why here what is there here in the header data condition, what is there here? Here what is there? 300 is there plus 1000 is there. What is that 1000? See here 500 into 2, 1000 is there. So here in header condition, you have only total value. What is the total value? 3. 3 for one material, another is 3, another is a 2. Clubbing together, they make it here 1300. 300 means 100 into 3, 300, 500 into 2, 1000. So they added only total values of the pricing related to the customer pricing. But here in item condition, you see, when you double click on the first one, here, of course, this material is for that customer and the material and the order quantity. Here you can see the split up is there, 100 into 3, 300 is there. But you can't see in the header condition. The same way, when you double click on the material number, here you see 2 quantity into this material for that customer, it is 500 into 2000. That means header conditions will have customer number, sorry, item condition, header conditions will have only customer related price, total price. Whereas item related, that is called item condition. When you double click on the middle number, if you go to the condition, this is called item condition. Item conditions will have customer number, metal number, and the order quantity plus split up 100 into 3, 300. Split up will give. That is not there in the header condition. So that is why header condition will have total values. So item conditions will have customer number, material number, and the order quantity. That is why you need access sequence. That is why you see all this condition type, item condition types will have access sequence. For that customer, for that material, this is the price, this is a discount, this is a freight, this is a tax will be searched by access sequence. That is why access sequence will be there in the condition type. And header conditions, here only the total pricing values. So if you want to give a discount to the customer only, then there is a separate condition type is there. So whatever it may be, the main difference between header condition here only customer related price, total price. Next, item conditions will have what is there? Material number, customer number, and the order quantity and split up is there. This is called item condition. So here, this is item conditions means item. They will ask in the they will ask you in the interview or anywhere. Explain what is header condition, what is item condition. You have to say header condition is totally related to the customer only. See here, customer only, and the total value. See, header condition is totally related to the customer only, and the total value. How many material have that much total pricing values? That's all. But here, item conditions will have material number and order quantity. Of course, this material is ordered by the customer. So customer number, material number, and the order quantity and split up is there. This is the main difference between item conditions and header condition. Then they will ask name some item conditions. You have to say item condition type is PR00, K007, KF00. These are all I copied from that. So these condition types will have what? Access sequence. See, if I go here, V/06, if I go to PR00, see these are all item condition type. Why? It is access sequence is there here. For that customer, for that customer, for that material, for that quantity, for that price, discount, these are all the values will be searched by access sequence. So that is why you have to say item conditions will have item condition type will have access sequence, that is PR00 base price, K07 discount, KF00 freight, and MWST tax condition type. And header conditions, there are two header conditions. One is HA00, HA00. So the HA00 discount and HD00 is freight. So here what will happen? Header condition types does not have access sequence. Why? It is only for the customer. No need access sequence. For that customer, for that material, for that quantity, this is the price, this is the discount, this is the freight, tax will be calculated by access sequence, searched by access sequence. That is why access sequence necessary for item condition types. That is why item condition type will have an access sequence, that is PR00, K07, KF00, MWST, K007. Whereas header condition type, only two header condition type standard. That is, if you give header condition type discount, if you give a discount to the customer only, I want to give a discount to the customer only, not to his material and the order quantity, then you give HA00. And the freight, another one is freight. See, freight also, usually freight will be calculated based on the gross weight of the material. But freight for the export business scenario, freight will be calculated based on the customer destination. See, freight, how? See here, HD00, there is no access sequence. I want to maintain freight for the customer. How will maintain? So only for the export business scenario. Plant is in Bangalore, customer is in US. Then how you are going to maintain the freight charges? You can't take the ship gross weight or a aeroplane gross weight of the material. So the destination from Bangalore to Delhi, Delhi to the Singapore to Malaysia, Malaysia to the Amsterdam to US. So this destination wise, they're going to calculate the freight. That is why Freight will be calculated based on the customer for the export business scenarios only. Freight will be calculated based on the material, that is only for the domestic. So that is why they will ask in the interview, name some header condition type. First they will ask, can you name some condition type? You have to say header condition types. HA00 standard. If you want to give a discount to the customer only, that is HA00. If you want to maintain a freight only for the customer, there is HD00. So header condition type does not have an access sequence, whereas item condition type PR00, K07, KF00, MWST, it will have an access sequence because for that customer, for that material, for that quantity, what is the price, everything will be searched by access sequence. So this is very important. Any doubt in the header conditions, item conditions? Any doubt? Header condition and item conditions? They will ask, what is header condition? Header conditions is present in the sales order header data and which contains only customer related, and it does, and header condition type standard is HA00, HD00, which does not have an access sequence. Item condition present in the item data that you know already. When you double click the metal number, if you go to the condition type, you will maintain the pricing elements. If you are going to maintain the pricing element, that is for that customer, for that material, for that quantity only, it is going to be calculated. Then only you can see the pricing values. That is because of the access sequence. So that is why item conditions will have an access sequence. Item condition types will have item conditions are PR00, K07, KF00, MWST. Like this you have to tell. Any doubt? Header condition and item condition. All of you, any doubt?
No, sir.
This is very, very important in the pricing. Condition technique of pricing. Simply they will ask one question, they'll keep quiet. But next they will ask conditions, group conditions, and header condition and item conditions. This is very important. Next one is condition scales. What is condition scales? Condition scales means here, see example, you have maintained PR00. Here, this is a PR00. Here you maintain scales. Here you have to maintain scales here. Scales is there. If you maintain scales here, then only you can go to VK11 PR00. Here, if you give here sales organization PVD, and here PD, and here if you give the material 0282, here if you give 100 if you give INR, and you maintain here, see for one quantity, for each quantity, for this customer, for this material, the price is 100 rupees. The customer is order 100, the customer is order 500, 1000, the price will vary. So you have to, suppose in the PR00 scale basis field is maintained, then you click the scales, here you can maintain. For one quantity it is 100 rupees. The customer gives 100 quantity, then it is 90 rupees or 85 rupees. The customer gives 500 quantity, then it is 70 rupees. The customer gives 1000 quantity, then it is 50 rupees. So this is scale basis. If they want to maintain a scale basis like this, the PR00 scale basis field should be maintained. Very, very important. Next, here up to 99, system will take 100. The moment in the sales order, if you give 100 quantity, system automatically take 85. So that is this condition scales. Okay. So any doubt? Condition scales, condition, group condition, header condition, item condition is over. Any doubt is there? You please ask me. Otherwise, I'll explain once again. Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, this is very, very important. Overall recorded, please use that. Otherwise, notes is not correct here. Okay, you listen and you have to tell that. Okay, Next, we have condition supplement. What is condition? This is not much important, but it's there in your syllabus. That is why I'm covering. Next, what is conditions? I'll tell condition supplement and lower limit, upper limit, condition exclusion. Then I'll go to the rebate. Then what is condition supplement? See, condition supplement means if you have 4 condition type, you have to maintain 4 condition record. PR001 one condition record, K07 discount 1 condition record, freight 1 condition record, and tax 1 condition record. If you have 4 condition type, 4 condition record you have to maintain. But in SAP, they have provided one way. You don't need to maintain 4 condition record. In 1 condition record only, all other condition of value you have to maintain. So that is condition supplement, indirectly minimizing the number of condition record. So how? See, this is a condition supplement. This is a condition supplement. In 1 condition record only, you can maintain other condition record. What is that? K007. That is a discount. I'll give 2%. KF00, 3%. MWST, 18%. See, in 1 condition record only, I maintain other condition type values. That is called condition supplement. So condition supplement means number of condition type values can be maintained in 1 condition record. That is called condition supplement, indirectly minimizing the number of condition record. 4 condition type means no need to maintain 4 condition record. In 1 condition record only, you can maintain all the condition record values. This is called condition supplement. It's not important. It's not using anywhere, but very rarely people will use. That is why I told no questions in the exam, in the interview also. But some people may ask in the interview. Some people they will expect. They may expect this also. So that is why I told you. Condition supplement means a number of condition record will be minimized. That is, in 1 condition record only, you can enter all the condition type values, indirectly minimizing the number of condition record. Okay, this is about the condition supplement. Any doubt? Condition supplement, any doubt? You can ask me. Okay, next, upper limit and lower limit condition type. See, everywhere you see here in the pricing, you see, if I take VK11, or if you take 1 condition type in the manually when you maintain here, 1 condition record will have 1 condition type, 1 key combination, 1 customer, here n number of material. Correct? Here n number of material is there. You can maintain the price. So price will maintain only 1 price. The customer want 2 price. Example, gold. Gold is 1 material. Condition type is PR00, base price. But they have 2 price. 22 karat gold is 1 price. 24 karat gold is 1 price. Then how you maintain? That is called upper limit and lower limit condition type. Otherwise, the daily what you are taking milk, you go and see milk will have 2 varieties. One is very diluted milk, 1 price. Very vitamin and protein based milk is another price. So then how you are going to maintain 2 price for the 1 material in 1 condition type? That is called upper limit and lower limit condition type. So what is that? So I'll show you. If you go to /n SPRO IMG, here sales and distribution, basic function, pricing, price control, here define condition type. Imagine your condition type is PR00, just I'll copy that. So PR00. So I'll item one second. So here this I'll copy this. So here I'll maintain something. PVD X I maintain. This one price. Here I maintain one access sequence PVD. Okay, just I maintain this and save it. Next, I'm going to maintain upper limit and lower limit conditions. This is called upper limit, lower limit because one material, gold, for 22 carat one price, 24 carat one price. Otherwise, any product, even your face wash. So very low quality one price, high quality one price. Very diluted face wash is one price. Highly thick, good quality is one price. How you are going to maintain? That is called upper limit and lower limit. So here you have to go to the new entry. Here I'll maintain PVDX. The calculation type for the base price is quantity. Next unit is INR. And next, the lower limit 22 karat gold 100 rupees, 24 karat gold 200 rupees. Per one unit of measure is each. EA. The moment you enter here, see it is then. So in the sales order, when you maintain manually the pricing element or condition record, if you give 99, system will give error message. If you give 201, it will give error message. Between 100 to 200, whatever price you want, we can give. That is upper limit and lower limit condition type. That means nowhere you not maintain the pricing value 2. Everywhere you are given only one price. But here, if you want to maintain two price, you have to use upper limit and lower limit conditions. So that is this. So that is this. Once you maintain a condition type, that upper limit and lower limit condition type. Again, you have to go to that particular condition type. Once you maintain upper limit and lower limit, see mine is PVDX. So here, when you double click here you have to maintain condition update. Then only it will update, otherwise it won't update. So here condition update is there. Once you do this and save, then only if you use this condition type PVDX with a two price, one metal is one price, another metal say another price, means you have to maintain your condition update. This is called condition update, not much important. Condition supplement and upper limit not much important. It is there in your syllabus, that is why I'm covering. So any doubt? Condition supplement and upper limit and lower limit condition type? Any doubt? Any doubt is there? You can tell me. Hello?
No, sir. Can continue.
Okay. So condition supplement, lower limit, upper limit, not much important. Okay. Next, condition exclusion. This is widely used. This is very, very important. That is especially Thanksgiving Day in other countries, year end in India, any festival season, they want to give one discount. Already this customer is having 2%, 4% discount. During Thanksgiving Day, during year end time, they want to give 10% discount. Then 2% 4% has to exclude. System has to exclude. It has to take the best among that, because year end I'm going to give a good discount. So system already is having 2%, 4%. Since year end they want to give a special discount, means system has to exclude that. That is called condition exclusion. That means already you have some 2%, 4% discount. Suddenly year end company announces, if you buy this material, I'll give 10% discount. So already is having 2%, 4%. So they're giving 10% discount, means you have to, system will exclude 2 and 4. System will take the best among that. What is that? That is condition exclusion. Okay, that we'll see now. Condition exclusion, we'll see now. 1 second. So what is condition exclusion? We'll see now. Okay, so now first you have to go to the pricing procedure. So what is your pricing procedure? My pricing procedure is GOA. GOA is a pricing procedure. This pricing procedure contains discount. 7 PD 7S is a discount. So imagine there is a 2% discount. 2%. I'm going to take another one, PD 8S, 4% discount. PD 9S, 10% discount. So 2 and 4 it has to exclude, it has to take the best among that. How? We'll see that. I'll show you. So now you go to /n PD 7S. Okay, /n v/06. Here you take an example PD 7S. Here you select this and do copy as. Here you make 8S. How? I'll tell you. 8S. Access sequence will be same. Nothing change in it. Enter. 8S already there. Okay. I'll take PD 7S. Yeah, this select this. So I'll take the another one now. Code I have to change now. So I'll give here. I'll give some Z. I'll give. One is 7D PD7S. Another one is PD7Z. Another discount. Another one I'll give another one. Just VC. Okay. Enter and save. Next, I'll maintain another one. Copy as. I'll make it here. PD7 Q. I'll maintain Q. Okay. Enter. So now I'm having 3 discount. What is that? Yes, see here 7D. Yes, 7DQ, 7DZ, 7DZ. This I maintained. So imagine here, this is 2%, this is 4%, 7DZ is 8%. System has to exclude this discount. System has to take this. How? We'll see. So once you maintain this, you have to maintain in the condition type, pricing procedure. So now I'll go to the pricing procedure. This is one question is there for the exam. Also interview question. So here you go to GOA. Here select, click on control data. See, already I'm having 7D. Yes, I created a now 7D. Sorry, PD 7 is already there. Now I'm going to give PD 7 Q and Z. I have to enter here. I have to maintain here. How I'll maintain? Between 20 to 30, there is a gap is there. So I'll take that. So 21. Condition type is PD7 Q. Any discount, it is based on the step 10. Here it is a manual. So here account key is ER. Yes. In the same way, 22. Here it is PD7Z. Again, it is also based on the 10. It is also manual. Here it is ERS. Enter. Enter. Then save. Back. So here what will happen? See the screen here. I'm going to make it is here 22. 22 is a step 22. See here 3 discount. PD7S, PD7Q, PD7Z. So this is 2%. This is a 4%. PD7Z is a 8%. System has to exclude this. System has to take this PD7Z. So where I'll maintain? How I'll maintain? Just see now. So once you maintain this, now go to SPRO. Here only there is a condition exclusion is important. That is one question plus in real time also they'll use. So here go to SD basic function, pricing, here condition exclusion. So first you have to define condition exclusion. Condition exclusion group or exclusion group, both are same. When you double click here, when you go to the new entry, I'll give here PD7 is my code. Here I'll give PD7 condition exclusion. Save it. This is the code. This is the condition exclusion now. My own condition exclusion. To this, you assign your condition type. Assign the condition types to the condition exclusion group or condition exclusion. So what is my condition exclusion? It is PD7 is my condition exclusion. To this, you assign your all the things. PD7 yes. Next, PD7 here you give PD7Z. Next, PD7 here you give PD7Q. So these are three condition types I maintain. One is already 2%. Imagine where I'll maintain, I'll show you. 2%. Imagine this is a 4%. This is a 8%. So any one among which is the best it will take. So I'm going to maintain now. So this you assign to the condition exclusion, and back you assign to the condition exclusion to the pricing procedure. Your pricing procedure. My pricing procedure is GOA. GOA is my pricing procedure. To that you assign your exclusion. You assign. Now go to the new entry. Here step 10. Here condition exclusion. Best between the condition type. Some 2%, 4%, 8% is there. Best among that is what? 8%. System has to exclude 2 and 4. It takes the best. So how? So I'll show you now. Best condition type. Here your condition exclusion. My condition exclusion is PD7. This is my condition exclusion. So this I'm assigning to my pricing procedure and save it. Now you see sales order. When you go to the VA01, sales order, when you enter here, $10282. Give it as a 2. Press enter. Imagine I'll go to the conditions. So here I'll give PD7P, say 100 rupees, 1000 rupees. Here I'll give PD7S, say 2%. PD7Z, 4% discount. So it is PD. Next, PD7Q. Take 8%. System has to take 8, 2 and 4 it has to exclude. Then next, PD F, 3 rupees per kg freight. Then PD T, imagine 18%. Press enter here. See here, system PDS 2%. It is excluded. That means inactive, not going to the FI department. PD 7Z 4%. See, it is inactive. PD 7Q, so that is active. So 8%. System has taken 8%. 2 and 4 is this one. This is widely used in the other countries. Thanksgiving Day is there in other country. They'll give year and time. They'll give many discount. Already they have some discount, means the system has to exclude the old one. System has to take the new one. See, this is the new one. See, the old one it has to exclude. There is called condition exclusion. Otherwise, even in India also, one material is not going to sell properly. Manufacturing date is expiring. In whatever they do, they're not going to do. They're not going to sell. So what they're going to do in the year, and then short closing they're going to take. They're going to call it as material short close. So what they'll do in the year end, November, December, if you buy this material, we'll give 8% discount. So that is one. Otherwise, festival season. Already one festival, already they're given 2%, 4% during festival season. They want to give one more discount, means system has to accept that and it has to exclude the older one. That is called condition exclusion. Any doubt? Condition exclusion, any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. See here what will happen. One question in the exam, they will ask like this. This is the one. Your company has two valid condition type for freight. So KF00, they have two condition types. You need to ensure that only the best condition type for the freight should be charged at any time. Out of these two, one has to be best. How do you set up this? Assign your exclusion group to the both the condition type. Condition exclusion group or condition exclusion or exclusion group, all are same. So assign condition exclusion group to the both the condition type, then it will take the best among that. Is the correct answer. Okay. So like this, they will ask. So another one is the last one is in the pricing is rebate condition record. Rebate. Rebate. So what is a rebate? We'll see now. See, this is a rebate. Rebate agreement or rebate condition type or rebate discount. In your book, rebate agreement is there. Rebate agreement or rebate discount or a rebate condition type. All are same. So first of all, what is rebate? Rebate is a special type of discount that can be given to the customer as a cash back. Rebate is a special type of discount. The discount will be given back to the customer as a cash back. In Indian English, rebate discount means cash back. In SAP, it is a rebate expenses reimbursement. What is that? We'll see. First of all, what is rebate? 2 to 3 questions will come in the exam. First of all, what is that rebate discount means? Imagine it is not BPL. Imagine it is a Maruti Udyog Limited. Maruti Udyog Limited is a car manufacturing company. Here Wipro is a customer. Wipro is telling, I'm going to buy 500 car. So then Maruti Udyog will tell, if you order 500 car or if you buy 500 car at one stretch at one bill, we'll give for each car we'll give 2% rebate. So what is the condition? That 500 car it should be in one bill, no partial. One bill, you 500 car if you take, one invoice 500 car if you take, for each car we'll give 2% rebate. 2% rebate for 500 car. Imagine it is 25 lakhs. The 25 lakhs, the discount, rebate discount will be given. The deducted discount amount will be given back to the customer as a cash back in the form of a money or material. If they don't want 25 lakhs means they'll give two Ciaz car. Maruti Ciaz car is 12 lakhs. So they'll give two cars. They don't want money means. So that is rebate discount or rebate agreement. So how it will happen? See the screen here. I'll show you. See, the condition is what? At one stretch, at one bill, no partial deliveries. So that is the one. So in the billing only, it's going to happen. No partial billing. So here, what you have to do is go to v/08. So here already GOA is my pricing procedure. So here click on this. So I'm going to eliminate this. Okay, so now imagine first you have to go to rebate agreement. The first and foremost is first you have to make an agreement. This is called rebate agreement. In your book, it is called rebate agreement only. Okay, here you have to make an agreement. Now in S4HANA, 50% they given to the FI people. Only 50% they'll keep it with SD. So SD things only I'll show you. So here SD, here basic function. Here, sorry, first go to billing because rebate is mainly for the billing. So in the rebate, the billing under the billing only rebate processing is there. Here rebate agreement you have to make. So what is a rebate agreement type? There are two types of rebate agreement as far as your syllabus is concerned. One is customer rebate. That is customer, if you want money, they'll give money. Another one is material rebate. If you don't want money, we'll give material. That is one also. Another one, customer, for the customer, they'll give the rebate discount. For the material, they'll give the rebate discount. That is the one. Okay. Imagine ours is customer rebate. So you copy as and save it. Copy as and rename it and save it. That is your customer rebate agreement. Once you maintain a customer rebate agreement, here go to two steps are there. First, you have to maintain define condition type group, then assign that condition type group to the rebate condition type group. First, they'll define one condition type group. Imagine one, I'll maintain one thing. So imagine I'll maintain GHY here, GHY condition type group. Okay, enter and save. The rebate is customer agreement rebate. Okay, that is after that you maintain on customer agreement group. Next, you have to assign that condition type group to the rebate condition type. Rebate condition type is two things. One is B00. Okay, I will do that. First, I will see that. Close this. So first, go to the new entry. See, my condition type is GHY. Here, counter, leave it. In the condition type, there are two condition types. One is B002. How you have K007 and customer discount like that. Standard discounts are standard rebate discount is B003 and B002. So now they will ask in the interview, name some condition types. You have to say header condition type HA00, HD00, item condition types K007, KF00, and PR00 and MWST. And the rebate condition type is B002 is a metal rebate, B003 is a customer rebate. So here you assign your condition type to your condition type group, then save. So if you do these two steps in IMG, it is done. So these are same settings, no change in it. Okay, once you do this, then go to your pricing procedure. So what is your pricing procedure? My pricing procedure is GOA. So here my condition types. Condition type is just now you have seen no B002 and B003. So I taken as a customer rebate. I'll take. So here it is there. See here it is there. I'll show you. Yeah, see here, customer rebate. This same thing you have to do copy as, you make it as a, I'll make it as a PD RB, and access sequence you give, enter and save. So enter and save. So your your condition type is PDRB. See, when you say this is copied from standard discount, standard rebate, see here condition class is expenses reimbursement. So rebate they call it as cashback in our Indian English. In SAP it is called expenses reimbursement. So what are the things discount we are given, we have to reimburse to that. That is called expenses reimbursement. So once you maintain this, after that you have to maintain in the pricing procedure. You go to the pricing procedure. So in the pricing procedure, you have to maintain that. So my pricing procedure is GOA. So in the pricing procedure, I'll maintain, instead of standard discount, I maintain as a PD PDRB is my rebate discount. Discount, any discount is based on the 10 base price. So here it is not record, it is a always it is a condition record based rebate. And here you have to maintain one programming routine. Here we have to add one programming. What is that? Rebate, what it is telling, if you buy 500 car at one stretch at one bill, you have to make billing at one stretch. So that is why billing is, rebate is one billing only, no partial delivery. See, behind that programming is written here. These are business process programming they've written. See, this is a programming they've written for the rebate settlement and all. So once you assign this 25 to this, next here account key for the rebate is not ERS, it is ERL. See, ERB rebate. This is deducting how much is a discount, 2% discount, and how much is giving back cash back to the customer. That is called ERU. ERU means accruals. See, one is how much, 2% rebate discount we are giving for each car. For each car, 2% rebate means for 500 car, is imagine 25 lakhs. The 25 lakhs money will be giving back from the company to the customer. That is called expenses reimbursement. For that account key, FI people maintain ERU. One is deducting, another is deducted amount will be giving back to the customer. Two account keys. Once you do this and save and enter, so now your condition type will have rebate, customer rebate is there. Next, very important thing is for the exam question, where all rebate is activated. So rebate is activated in the first, is activated in the sales organization, because sales organization is the highest organization unit. So here you have to go to the sales and distribution. Here click, after this I'll stop, this is the last one. Sales organization, my sales organization is PVD, enter. So in this PVD sales organization, rebate is activated. Okay, then only it is a rebate is relevant, then only cashback will be given. So rebate will be activated in this, and rebate will be activated in the billing type, VOFA. Go to the billing type. Here billing type is F1 or F2. If you give F1 here relevant for rebate is there. Next, customer master data. Customer master data means your BP. The BP also relevant for rebate is there. Relevant for rebate is there here. If you go here, if you go to the customer here, in the sales and distribution, if you go to the billing tab, here you search here down, you'll have a rebate things are there here. So rebate will be activated in customer master data, that is business partner master data, then the sales organization, then billing document type. So that is why they'll ask in the exam like this, where all rebate is activated. So this is a question they will ask. See here. It is a compulsory question, exam question, interview question. Where rebate processing is activated. Rebate is activated in the sales ordination, then billing document type, and payer of the customer's record. Who is going to make the payment? For them only rebate discount will be given. So that is why it is a payer of the customer's record. This is three things. Okay. Once you do this, see in the pricing procedure, what is there? In your pricing procedure, V/08. In your pricing procedure, rebate discount is there now. Pricing procedure, you have, see here, customer rebate is there. So here there is no manual entry, only required. This is also entry question. How rebate will be maintained? Rebate discount will be maintained. Rebate condition. That is why I mentioned here rebate condition record I maintained. So here you see the topic is here. See rebate condition record. Why I maintain rebate condition record means in the pricing procedure you have to maintain week 11 only. That is sorry, rebate condition record, not week 11. For rebate there is separate condition record. That is why it is not manual entry. So that is why it is rebate required means condition record. So here how will maintain that? Go to /n here. Here you have to go to the logistics. Here SD. Here master data. Here agreement. That is called rebate agreement. So rebate agreement. Rebate agreement is VB01. So up to this we can show. This is our SD. After that FI will come to the picture, that we can't show because it is integrated with FI. FI people. So here, see, that is why it is not happening. So here where it will happen, I'll show you. How the rebate condition record will be maintained, I'll show you now. Because they're given that authorization to FI people. That is why I can't show, but we can show in other server. Other server means our ECC server. In FI, how they will do that, I'll show you. See here, logistics, sales and distribution, here master data, here agreement. This is called rebate agreement. So VB01, same thing, same code only, but they give an authorization to the FI people. So here, what is the agreement type we maintained? The agreement type we maintained is customer rebate. Then you go here sales ordination. Here I'll give ONGC, sales ordination, distribution channel ON, and division is ON. So once you give this and enter, here customer rebate condition record. Here first is a recipient. Who is a customer? Rebate discount is a customer. Then you go to the condition. Here customer you have to give 100 to 36. The total value of the car is, for 500 car, imagine it is a 10 crores. That how much is a rebate discount accruals? That is 25,000, 25 lakhs is the we are giving back to the customer. So this is the main thing here. So the total weight of the car is this, and the rebate discount is for 500 car, it is 25 lakhs. Each car 2% discount means for 500 car it has become 25 lakhs. This will be given to the customer. So this authorization will have both for SD people will have, FI people will have. So in S4HANA server they are given that to the FI. But say sometimes in the real time we can have authorization only, they will change. Whether they change or not, this is the one. So here total value of the car is, say imagine it is a 10 crore. And imagine it is a 10 crore. It is a 500 car. In that 10 crore, rebate agreement they made, 2% rebate on each car. If you buy at one stretch at one bill, so then for 500 car is 25 lakh. This will be going back to the customers. Once you save this, rebate discount condition record is maintained. So in the sales order, nothing it will show. In the delivery, it never show. In the billing, it will show how much is giving back to the customer. That is FI will take care. This is about the rebate condition record. So here one question they will ask in the exam. What is the difference between rebate condition record and the normal condition record? What is a normal condition record? See, normal condition record is K007. Here in this discount, here also Sales organization, distribution channel, customer, everything is there. Here amount is there, but there is no accrual. But whereas in the rebate, what is there? Amount is there, accruals is there. The rebate, in the rebate, what is there? No accruals. Because why? 2% discount. It will be deducted in the sales order. That's all. But here, deducted amount will be giving back to the customer. It will be deducted. That's all. In the case 007, the sales order 2% discount. Say 20 rupees. 20 rupees deducted. Remaining amount you have to pay. That's all. But here in the rebate, the deducted amount also will be giving back to the customer. That is called rebate discount. That is only for the big orders. It will happen. Not for small orders. Big orders. 500 car, 1000 cars. 2000 cars, order value is too much, then only rebate discount will come to the picture. So here they'll ask one question in the exam. What is the difference between, see, one you are seeing where all rebate is activated. Rebate is activated in the sales organization and billing document type and the payer of the customer master card. So another one is they will ask this. See, this is the one. Interview question, exam question. How do the condition type and the condition record of the rebate agreement is vary? Vary means different in comparison with the condition type or the condition record of the standard discount. Standard discount means K007. See here, accruals is there in the rebate agreement. Accruals is not there in the standard discount. So that is why it is a difference. So just now I shown, accruals is there here in the rebate. Where is that? It's gone. Huh? Okay, that is here. See here. Okay. It is here only. See here, in the rebate condition record, accruals is there. But in the standard discount K07, no accruals. So that is why it is a difference. So that is, they will ask in the interview exam. So that is why accruals is there here. And next, condition class is different. How do you know condition class is different here? You take an example here. Take an example here. Rebate condition type is what? V06 here. Rebate condition type is, say, imagine it is PDRB. Sorry, it is E003. Copied here. Okay, no problem. See here, B003 is my customer rebate. So what is the condition class here? It is expenses reimbursement. In Indian English, it is a cashback. In SAP, it is a expenses reimbursement. The same thing you go and see in the discount. That is K007. So K007, it is only discount. So that is why here difference is, exam question is here. Exam question is what? In the usage of different condition class. Condition class for the rebate is what? Expenses reimbursement. Condition class for the rebate, so standard discount is deduction for these two questions. So with this, your rebate condition record agreement is over. But in the interview, they will ask what are the name some condition type. You have to say header condition type, HA00, HD00, item condition type, PR00, K07, KF00, MWST, rebate condition type, B001, B003, customer rebate, B002 is a material rebate. Any one condition type you will tell, more than enough. Only thing they should know that you have a different condition types. If they ask different name some condition type, means if you say PR00, K07, KF00, HA00, H00 means they think that a trainer is not professional. He didn't teach properly. Okay, see what are the things I told you today? Condition, group condition, condition scales, rebate condition, condition record or rebate agreement, header condition, item condition, condition exclusion. These are all very important in the real time. Next, condition supplement also, this also I told you, it's there in your syllabus. So with this, pricing is finished. So tomorrow I'll go to copy control and determination. After that, small topics are there. Output, text control. Those are all 5 minutes. That I finish. After that, I'll go to the interview question. After interview question, I'll give the S4HANA question. So mostly Friday, 100% your class, your course will be over 2 weeks. I taken 3 days extra or 4 days extra. No problem. If it is extra, you need one more class, I'll take Saturday. Okay. If you have any doubt and all. Okay. So these are the things. Actually, I would have finished by tomorrow itself. See, one day I missed now because of what? The pricing. I told you to practice, but you have practiced in another way. That is not the, see, practicing pricing is okay. But when it is coming to the order level, you should have your own customer, own material. Something is there in that. If you take the standard TSM 62, it is only restricted, only few things. When you create your customer, you will have a freedom to do anything. You maintain so many things in the master data. That is important, master data. Okay. Okay, I'll stop up to this. Let us see. Okay. So any doubt you can ask me. So tomorrow again, I'll take at 7:30. Okay. Okay. See you.
Okay, sir.